Just a quick one. Let's talk about TRT dosages. Now, we subscribe to the less is more philosophy. Oh no, we're not going to get you high levels. Well, I'll tell you what, you don't need high levels to feel good. You don't need to have high levels to have good mental health, good physical health, and the overall sensation of well-being. We optimize our guys with testosterone cypionate and enanthate and HCG, and we titrate our guys to a dose, not a dose actually, a marker that is both sustainable for long-term physical and psychological health and gives them the qualitative benefits of normal physiological parameters of testosterone, estrogen, DHT, SHBG, HCT, all of these things that you should be looking to optimize. I have got ex-bodybuilders, ex-fighters, guys in the military, ex-military, bodyguards or CPOs, strongmen. I've got guys from super alpha walks of life. Fortunately, they have the intellect to realize that potentially kind of heightened feeling of well-being that you can get from gear and you can get from super physiological doses is not sustainable. A lot of them have already been there. A lot of them, that's the reason why they're probably sat in front of me. So they do realize that, and it does take some counselling with some of them. I'm not going to lie, and we've had some battles, but they've all come round to my way of thinking. Once they're actually optimized, because we've spoken about this before, your DNA, your genetics wants you to be strong. It wants you to have the ability to procreate. So ergo, an erection. Ergo, a decent libido. So, we want qualitative and quantitative benefits of normalized male androgen levels that are sustainable for the next 50, 60, 70 years. So, what doses are some of my guys on? Because you're going to be shocked. Some of my younger guys in their early 20s are on dosages as little as 40 milligrams of testosterone a week alongside HCG, because I always advocate HCG alongside testosterone replacement therapy for the reasons we have discussed ad nauseum. 40 milligrams a week. Now, did I start them on 40 milligrams a week? No. We've had to titrate these guys down again and again and again. It's a recurring theme. Now, it's not true that everybody in their 20s needs a small dose. Now, it depends really on how much you are a primary and how much you're a secondary. So obviously, if you're a primary, you are going to need a slightly higher testosterone dose, because the HCG is not going to have the desired outcome, which is intratesticular production of testosterone and estrogen, and obviously the other associated benefits of having HCG in your protocol, but I won't go over them now. So yeah, that is something that I was absolutely shocked by. because we've done this through experience, microdosing means that when you're measuring your blood parameters in your trough, that peak and trough level is not significantly different. So stable levels. So if your injection frequency is too wide and you measure in a trough and your levels come back great, actually it probably means that you're running a little bit high. So microdosing. I'm leaning towards daily injections for everybody, quite frankly, because I'm pretty sure that is the way forwards. It takes 2 seconds. Put the kettle on, bing bang bosh, you're done. So as little as 40 milligrams a week, and we've had to titrate them down. So I'm talking about free Ts of about 0.8. So, these guys that when they were higher, they were anxious. They didn't actually like it. The libidos weren't good. The erections weren't good. Now, that's irrespective of the other associated potential symptoms and signs of high male androgen levels. Raised hematocrit. Now, okay. Erythrocytosis and polycythemia vera. We know they're different. Okay, but the same biomechanical principles apply. Thick, viscous blood. Should I do another vlog on that? I don't know. Can't be asked. I'm not here to convert the people who can't be converted. I have no interest. So you listen to me or don't listen to me. I don't really care. HDL. Now we know there's a significant drop in HDL with super aggressive protocols and gear. So, and if you don't think that HDL is important, then more for you. The cholesterol discussion is obviously interesting because that is more of an inflammatory marker of cardiovascular disease rather than a causative agent. But let's not go into that now because I can't. I've got to go. So we don't want to be high. We want to be normal because normal is optimal. And normal will allow you to have a sustainable physiological balance, homeostasis again. Geez, should we say that again? No, let's not bother. I see no benefit in going down that road of more is better. I think whilst you can feel great, it's not sustainable, and there'll be proponents of that. I felt great for 15 years. I don't care. Okay, we forget that we're animals, and we are primarily in this predicament because, despite a supposed progressive society, and we're a highly evolved species, this is a sick society. Testosterone levels are dropping. They're dropping because of pollution. It's not just pollution in the environment, it's pollution in our minds. And we are always prone to listening to the wrong people because it feeds the wrong wolf. It feeds the dark wolf. And we should be listening to the white wolf. So, in a progressive society, we are still listening to the wrong people. I've said this before. We are so far removed from nature that our health, both physical and mental, is suffering as a consequence. We monetize everything. The only way that we can see value in something is to place a price tag on it. And that is disgusting. So, why don't we let common sense prevail? Common sense, There seems to be rather lacking in this world, and it seems to be rather lacking in the TRT community, because we all want big muscles. We all want, oh jeez. No, we have common sense, science, physiology. When you say you don't need to worry about SHBG, estrogen, HCT, they are physiological parameters. They are things. How can you say you don't need to worry about them because you feel great? I have no interest in discussing this with these boys. So we will continue what we're doing. We will continue to fight for a change to the current state of practice within the NHS, adding HCG into protocols, because 18 pregnancies can't be wrong. Knowing that testosterone suppresses the pituitary and then ignoring that because it doesn't fit in with your agenda, because you can't control E2 because you're rubbish. But then going, oh yeah, we must add in DHEA and pregnenolone and progesterone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you have a problem and your testosterone is low, then replace the testosterone. It's not rocket science. Why overcomplicate something that does not need to be overcomplicated?